Hello and welcome to my channel, Tarot with Mishka. Before I'm going to start doing your general reading for the second week of May, there are a couple of things I would like to share. First, it is a general reading, so reading might not necessarily resonate with you. What I'm doing, I'm picking up the overall energies coming through for your star sign. Second, the cards, they're showing potential energies, they're showing potential. So we always have a choice, even though life is something that's happening to us, the way how we're going to react to it, that's all that matters. So let's begin. Taurus, the main energy, the crowning energy for the second week of May, we have Ace of Wands. And Ace of Wands is the life force. It's something... What I'm picking up, this is coming for you because it's to remind you that sometimes we just have to do things and go with the flow, and regardless what might be happening around us, take the action and go with what you feel is right. That's what I'm picking up. That's what the crowning energy of this week is telling you. In terms of career, finance and your business, what I'm seeing here, we have a Queen of Cups, we have a Five of Wands, and we have a Devil here. I don't know how well you can see it. So, that's the Devil. So what I'm picking up here is, I don't know, are you involved in some kind of competition, or are you involved in some kind of work-wise things might be not easy because people that are pulling you in different directions, and even though you might have the best of intentions, this is not being recognized, or people that are not either open to listen, or it's just they're so wrapped up around what they want themselves, they're not recognizing your effort, or they're not hearing what you have to say. And this is to do with the fact that maybe within your organization or in general, this is just kind of mindset. And it's like the mindset is to do things, it's firefighting, it's like things they don't have enough clarity, and this is kind of creating this kind of overall heavy energy. So the workplace, the culture itself might be here, might be an important element of it all, but equally it's just the people who are creating this culture and people that choosing to be that way. Like almost they don't know if there is any other way to do it, and you might find difficult, you might find struggling in this kind of working environment. And this is to remind you that even though you might have the best of intentions, sometimes it's to recognize that that you might not get a support that you would like to get. I'm thinking here that you should be speaking louder about what is it that you want, and not be, you have to just openly say what is it that you want, because this Queen of Cups, she's very gentle. She says things but they're not very definite. That you have to kind of state your intention. If you haven't stated clearer, you have to be very direct and just say. It's almost like to go, hold on, that's what I think. This is message for you to kind of become more tougher, to have more kind of thicker skin. That's what they're saying. You have to become. The gentle approach is it's the balance between your intentions and how you're going to say it, to know when to stand your ground and when to kind of advise and allow things to develop. And also is to understand the mechanism behind certain people's behaviors or just the way how they are. So that this is a tricky one. This is you finding the balance how you communicate with others in terms of your environment. When it comes to finances, there might be differences as to how the money going to be spent. There might be conflicting priorities and money might be tight. So this is to understand from where there are certain burdens that you can do without, but it's very difficult to cut off certain things in terms of your finance. So it's almost about say, okay, so what is the most important, what is the most essential thing for me here? So it's striking a balance. So work-wise and finance-wise is to strike a balance and understand the mechanism of it, because things that don't have to be this way, or for some of you things are this way, and it's to understand the mechanism and don't take it too personally. In the section relating to sphere of relations and relationships, we have Page of Cups, we have a Star, and we have Eight of Cups. And the message, overall message over here is to express your emotions, express the way how you feel about certain things. So if you are in an existing relationship, or you're looking into in being in relationship, there is something that is okay, I'm getting this. It's about you don't want to be too open. If your openness goes thus far, and then you have all those emotions, you hold back to your emotions, you hold back to what you feel, then this is represented by the Page of Cups. You just show a little bit, or is that the interest, or if that is something that you wholeheartedly feel inside you. And there's a lot of emotions here. And you might be caring for someone, you might be being in love, or you just want to help someone. And you might have, and you not allowing yourself to kind of be yourself. You don't want to be vulnerable. That there's some kind of limits to how you're limiting yourself, because you don't want to show how you truly feel. And your feelings that are strong and running deep. Because you don't want to open up. You see there's this Page of Cups and there's a Eight of Cups here. You cannot be surprised if you not choose to open up. Things are not going right. It's almost like you cannot keep that person with you, because you're too wrapped up in your own what you feel. It's almost like it's kind of dissonance between what I want, and I want to hold tight to what I feel, because I don't want to show myself being vulnerable. And because you don't want to feel vulnerable, you cannot get yourself involved or involved deeper with someone. So the overall message here in this section is it's up to you how you choose to play it, because it's how you what makes you feel comfortable. But the advice they give is to, if you want to receive, you should be aware that you have to give as well. And it's if you want to open the door to new relationship, or if you're in existing relationship and you are unable to kind of allow your own emotions and the way how you feel about things being said and laid bare, things cannot progress. So in terms of overall energy of the week, we have Two of Swords, we have Knight of Cups, and we have Four of Pentacles. So once again, the message is coming loud and clear. It's about you opening up. It's about you not holding to things. Sometimes the wrong decision is better than no decision. And if you're too afraid to make a mistake, well, we learn by making mistakes. That's the message. And we cannot expect change to come our way, because if we're not going to express how we feel, and we're going to kind of keep the status quo, things are not moving, things are not progressing. And this is almost like relating to two things: to the sphere of your career, finance, business, because you might feel you don't have much options, or you would prefer other people to make that decision for you, or you don't feel qualified or confident enough to do it. And because you are not willing, or you don't feel like you're able to make this decision, whenever things are coming your way, you're not picking up on them. And then what we have is this kind of stagnation, and things are not moving forward, or it's almost like you might be sending mixed messages as well. And the energy of this week is to remind you that sometimes it's better to simply act. So it's almost like the overall message for this week for you is to remind you that it's better to take the action than no action. And this is spreading across the entirety of the reading. What might be the obstacle for you? The potential obstacles is the King of Wands. Not everyone always has to agree with you, that's fine. What I'm getting is that person, I feel it's relating to a person, or is that relating sometimes to maybe to a situation. You are not able to get through to this person because it's almost like the communication is not happening because of the different values, different perspectives. And that might be indeed linked to your work, finance kind of environment. So that's because it's about you taking the stand, and sometimes to be very clear what is it that you want. And the cards are indicating here that you kind of you don't really want to do it, or you don't feel you're in position to do it, and that's why the obstacle here is translating into this opposition. And I'm feeling very strongly it's an opposition it's like either a person, situation, organization that's kind of stands in your way for now. It's not to say it's going to be there forever, but it's to recognize why and what is it. Potential opportunities is once again as the energy of the week, an opportunity. You see there's a wand over here. Wand is just this energy coming into it's about you feel something, do it. You want to say something, do it. Don't think twice. It's about doing. And it's for you, the opportunity is to translate into actually doing something and acting upon it. And the best possible approach, that is very interesting, because this was about in your relationship section, is to open up. When you're going to open up, things going to start flowing. So the suggestion for this week is to open up and be yourself, and things going to flowing, because as you can see there's a Page of Cups over here, you see, with the chalice, and those people that are standing here with chalices. This is all about your raw emotions, the way how you feel, and you looking to this cup and this other person being kind of walking away in distance. So the minute you're going to start opening up, things going to start flowing. And what's the overall message, the commentary? Wow. This is all about your fears and confronting your fears. And actually your fears, they are your own making. It's like almost you're fighting yourself. You're fighting with your own self. So this is all about overcoming your fear. That's the overall message as well. So the reading, it's about, actually we can say two things. It's about acting and making decisions regardless of the consequences, because what they're suggesting, that sometimes no decision is worse than no decision, or decision is, let's say in inverted quote, any kind of decision is better than no decision. It's about you opening up on an emotional level, and then things are going to start flowing, and then realizing what is it that you're so afraid of, and kind of facing it. I hope this reading has resonated with you, or at least there was something you were able to take away from this reading. If you liked it, give it a like, share and comment, and I'm sending the best of the wishes to all of you out there from the bottom of my heart.